Hey everyone, you beautiful people, brothers, sisters, sovereign people, truth seekers, freedom fighters, spiritual beings of light. I'm going to try and keep this as short as I can, but I've got the very best news, the most beautiful news in the world to be sharing with you today. Some of you might actually have come across some information to do with this and actually not recognized what it is. And there's some stuff there possibly blocking you because of preconceived ideas, because you're actually pursuing and doing some amazing work. And I want to say hats off to those of you that have huge followings, sovereign groups, freedom fighters that have huge followings. You have your own Telegram groups, your own YouTube channels, Facebook pages. I'm so grateful for everything that you've done. Your contributions are huge. And for you individuals that have been sharing information, please, all of you, continue doing what you're doing. But now we must unite in force, and we have the platform to do it, to give our consent, our agreement, our accord, which is concrete, which is absolute, to free every single human being upon the planet from the savagery, the unnecessary suffering, the death, the trafficking, prostitution, the manipulation of the legal system, intrinsically linked with the old financial system, when the only law that applies is do no other harm. That's it. That's the law. And that's what we stand in our truth. And this is what makes you a spiritual being, whether you realize it or not, is that we are all connected. We do know in our hearts what is right. And that's because we care and we have empathy and we have love. And that's what connects all of us. And it's our knowing of the truth and knowing what is right. That is our spiritual connection. The energy is spiritual. It's what connects us. Everything is energy, either positive energy or negative energy. It's going like this all the time. We're dealing with like a psychotic world that causes people to be without, to be deprived, creates jealousy, envy. We're going to remove all of that. And with this decree, this agreement of our sovereignty, our inalienable rights, for every single human being upon the planet, the energy of that, the positivity of that is going to lift the planet up, and we're going to create the heaven on earth scenario. Yes, we'll transition out of the old as we get billions of people giving their voices, which is just going to come exponentially when you sovereign leaders and spiritual leaders out there embrace the truth of what we're doing and the platform and the solution you are presenting to many of the sleepers. The website where visibly they can see every single registration of every single being that has given their consent and their agreement to this. Nothing personal in terms of information is given away. You'll get an email which will confirm the beautiful sovereignty that you have proclaimed. It's on a scroll. It's fantastic, it's amazing. But you can see the total of agreements per country. You can see the total agreements worldwide. And this is the visibility that is going to be shared by people, word of mouth, looking at the website, that can't be censored. That's going to then raise the vibration and give the people who are sleeping and those that are awakened but that have a doubt, that still have some fear they haven't actually overcome. It's going to give them the how we make the big change that serves everyone. That isn't the globalist elites agenda 2130, the big reset, the great reset, whatever you want to call it. Yes, we are recreating because we are creators in our own right. So you're giving the how, and then it's just focusing on the why we're doing it and how important it is for us to move forward. But we have the how we're going to do it. With the platform, it's all inclusive, it's divine. We have the divine plan. We're going to be shareholders in everything. We'll be sharing everything. You'll have no want, because you will be receiving from everyone, and everyone will be receiving from you. And it's absolutely amazing. And for all of the programming out there that's saying, oh yeah, the planet's overpopulated, and the documentaries that show all of this, that is all the programming, guys. Let me give you an example. The fishing industry, if you've seen Seaconspiracy, for example, shows how the populations of the animal life in the oceans is depleting significantly because of the fishing industry. An indication that we cannot eat fish anymore, potentially. No. Do you see that when there is no profit to be made and nothing to be gained, because we are no longer doing business for profit or for gain, we are literally just supporting each other with the communities, the fishing that will be done will not be wasting and killing dolphins, whales, and just wasting unnecessary fish to fish enough so that profits can be made. We will be fishing for what we need, and the distribution will be so effective because there'll be no question of funding for anything that we need, because we will create everything that we need as the people with the skills to do so. The skills are in us. We will create everything that we need. The resources, trees can be grown on platforms across the ocean. There'll be no question of money to do it. So the elites have their plan on the table, which includes depopulating, because admittedly we can't continue living the way that we're living, but they see it as we have to depopulate the planet. Well, the reason they want to see it like that is because we're getting too hard to manage, and they know the truth is coming out. The revelations are happening. The truth is being revealed. The evil's being revealed. They're losing and they've lost, and they can't do anything about it, and they're getting desperate, everyone. And now we have the solution. It's beautiful. The Garden of Eden, the paradise, the freedom to travel across the world and build the infrastructure with our brothers and sisters and cultures that we can explore and enjoy together as we play. The amount of work that we'll be doing will be so significantly less. There'll be no financial industry, there'll be no accountancy, there'll be none of these industries that are not relevant. Military, weapons, all of that stuff will be unnecessary. We've got no wars to fight anyone. Why would we want to have any wars? We know that is rubbish. It's unnecessary, it's unacceptable. The death of innocent people. So all of the people that were in those industries and in business will now be collectively supporting creating the paradise, and so we'll be working a lot less because there's a lot of people with energy and abilities to do that will just be contributing. And disabled people, well, they're already suffering enough. They don't need to contribute anyway more than they can just by being with our support and our love. So in the last 2 months since I discovered this system and this platform, GPMS, the Global People's Monetary System, and Divine Law, divine because it's been written and it's from the people, by the people, for the people, and it's simple, and the solution is there with us in our hands to do it. There's been actually millions of innocent people killed, murdered, suffering, children, thousands of children every day suffering from starvation, dying of starvation, and unnecessary diseases. You know, diseases that are easily treated. We've got the solutions, we've got the technology we can untap when there is no restrictions, because there's no one to gain and profit from keeping those quiet under wraps. So massive love to all of you. Go forth, register your decree. It's really simple, takes a few minutes to do. You get a scroll with your decree beautifully laid out for your sovereignty, your inalienable rights, and share it widely. Share it with your groups that you have huge influence over. Do videos about it. All of you that do videos, just do the videos. Help people understand it. Join the calls, join our Telegram groups. Keep on doing what you're doing, but focus on the positive, the energy that's positive, because we have the solution, and that's what we want to attract, the reality of positivity. Love you.